record this. It doesn't record you or anything. It's just a record of the feed. I can then feed it onto my YouTube page, thus making it available to you anytime and every time during the week. Say you wake up with insomnia at 4 o'clock in the morning. Excuse me. On a Friday, you could do this class again or for the first time. Welcome. Namaste. We're supposed to say that at the end, but why not at the start? It means the light in me sees and honors the light in you. It is my intention to deliver an experience to you that is of value, and I'll do my very, very best. I'm going to cut the volume for a second. All right. You know what, you guys? I don't kneel anymore for a particular reason, but tonight I'm going to try a little bit of a science experiment. If you can not kneel either, that's awkward. You don't have to. You can just sit cross-legged, but I'm just going to sit up on top of this. Obviously, I've not done this for a while. And I'm just going to get a little bit of knee bend. If this is not for you, sit cross-legged. If you're a really good kneeler, some of you can kneel like you're 4 years old. You could have your knees together, ankles apart, and your bum could come on down to the floor. That would be okay. The rise of my hips, about 8 or 9 inches, puts less pressure on my knee, but I still get the benefits of having my knees in flexion, shoulders, one. I just want to mix it up a little bit. I want to stir the pot around for us. I was out on the golf course with our good friend Wes. Many of you know him. He's a yogi friend and a good golfer. We had a great time today. We hadn't been out there for a month, it seemed, 2 months maybe, up, over, and around. If you're just joining in and if you don't like kneeling, then you can be cross-legged. I'm trying a science experiment. 6, 7, 8. Now a pose it feels like we haven't done for 8 months. I'm going to bring my left foot out like this and bring my body weight forward and lean out over my left knee. Now, if you're doing this properly, you'll feel a pretty strong stretch of your left Achilles tendon, left calf muscle. Drop your chin, close your eyes. We're yinning it at the start. What a nice turnout of friends. It's so good to see you. If you've not done this one before, it's the classical left Achilles, left soleus, left calf stretch. Muscles you can only get to with your knee bent. I've had such good luck with my left knee recently that I'm not going to go for the full knee crease, but I can certainly do this. And boy, does this lower calf muscle remember this one. No wonder our teacher used to make us do this one. If you can do it with your bum on the floor and your knee deeply bent and your ankle strongly stretched, that's better. Two more breathings. If my knee tolerates this, maybe I'll move it down a block and next week we can explore some other kneeling. Okay, come out of this and then fold your left shin back under. Drag your right foot out. Now pull your right heel in as far as you can, as long as your heel is down. Shift your body weight much forward over your right thigh, right knee. Close your eyes, drop your chin. I always used to call this pose Rodin's The Thinker. You guys know that statue. You know the old joke, what's he thinking about? Where did he leave his clothes? Why is he in the park without any clothes on? Lean forward into your right calf. We're trying to see how much dorsiflexion we can get of our right ankle, meaning how acute we can make that angle. And if you're honest and diligent and really do the pose, it's very strong. If you were to fold your left toes under and bring your left knee down simultaneously, then it would be on the order of near contortionism. I'll do my best for the rest of this lifetime to deliver carefully curated ritualistic movements, but always try to keep it as fresh and lively as my nervous system will allow. Okay, come up and out. Fold the shin back under. The deepest kneeling pose is knees together, ankles apart, bum on the floor. 4-year-olds love it, others not so much. Drop your chin, take your pumpkin around 8 times. 1, 2. The strength movements tonight, the push-ups, I'm going to make optional, and I'll explain some interesting options for you if you hate the push-up part. 6, 7, and 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we'll relax our head down for 22 seconds. Let your brains drain out. Bring your attention deep into the body. Listen for bodily wisdom rather than mental noise. Spine tall. Shoulders relaxed. Okay, and roll your wrists around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shake vigorously. Ups and downs. Same thing we always do, except just some kneeling if you like it. Inhale up. 3 poofs. What's a poof? New friends ask. You go up your back, behind your neck, and you say poof. It's kind of silly. And one more bigger, broader, angelic angels in training version. Arms out. Good. Arms wide, right arm under. Fold them up and make your elbows now go left and right. Good. Now make your elbows go very much to the right, nose very much to the left. Tilt your head to the left. Got to do this after playing golf. Keep my shoulders lively, springy, and healthy. And back to the center. Release out. Inhale. Arms out. A little side side. Right arm behind your back. Tuck it up as high as you can get it. Left arm up behind your head. Connect your hands and swing your left elbow around. Oh, goodness. How can people not do this every single day? It's just, must be no fun. Take it the other way. Not everybody can be as smart as us. Somebody's got to do it. Good. Release. Just one more side, and then we'll be off the knees. Up you go. Release out. Please inhale to your widest hugging wingspan. Left arm under. Fold them up. And as your elbows go up and down, make them go left and right at the same time. Pretty cool movement that humans can do this. Dolphins can't. Birds can't. Good. Now elbows much to the left, nose much to the right, tilt head to the right. Upper body's active, lower body is passive. Maybe we'll do headstand and swing our legs around. Probably not. I don't do headstands. Back to the center. Release out. Big hugs. Left arm behind your back. It may not go very far. This side, I've got to cram it up there. And right hand up as high as you can. Touch Todd's painting. Connect behind your back. Oh, I can connect on both sides again. Pretty proud of myself. Swing your right elbow around. Other way. You might be wondering, what's an alternative to the push-ups tonight? I'm kind of interested in that. Well, just cool your jets. Good. Now relax your paws down. Take them out. Inhale. And release out. Now, another thing we don't do very much of anymore that we used to do all the time was squatting. So I'm going to try squatting, but I'm going to sit on the block at the same time, 2 blocks. So I'm getting the movement of a squat and not too much pressure on my knee. And then I'm going to reach down and grab underneath my knees. Now I'm going to assess, and I'm thinking I probably could go a little lower. So tonight's a bit of an experimentation for your beloved teacher. So I lowered my booty a couple inches, but maybe you're a perfect squatter and it's not a problem. So why should I deny you guys the fun of a good squat? Squat. Of course, I'm tempted to do really deep knee bends because when I get a little of something, all I want is more. Can any of you relate to that? Good. Now try this. From your squat, you can be sitting on the block. That's fine. Push your knees over to the right. Take your right arm up and look really bitchin' for a second. Reach up. Exhale, turn left and hook your elbow outside your knee. Can you invert your right hand and grab underneath your left heel? Is that one of your skill sets? It's not mine, so my right forearm is going up. I'm going to tuck my left arm behind my back, and I'm going to have a nice little squat twist to the left. I'm really squeezing my feet and knees together, trying to keep my heels down. This is the pose that allows me to keep my girlish figure. Sometimes I want a masculine figure. Sometimes I want a feminine figure. Go figure. Look way behind you to the left, way behind, and squeeze a $100 bill in between your knees, like somebody's trying to grab it from you. Inhale here. Exhale here. Ooh, that's so much fun. I can do it, you guys. I'm so happy. Thank you for inspiring me. Now, feet and knees together. Push your knees way over left. Left arm up. Oh, reach up higher than me. Way up. Inhale. Exhale, turn right. Elbow outside your knee. Squeezy, scrunchy pose. Now, invert your left hand and reach underneath your right heel. Golly, I can almost do that. But I'm going to bring my forearm up instead. Right arm up for some balance. Heels down. I can do that when I'm sitting on this block. Tuck your right arm savagely behind your back, you savages, and look behind you to the right. How much compression and squeezing can you feel in this pose and yet remain relaxed at the same time? If you like the pose stronger, you're squatting deeper. If you need more of a Wednesday respite, you're just going through the movements. There's a synergistic effect of gluing them together. Inhale here. And we shall exit strategy. Now we'll counterpose from this by putting our hands on the floor and pushing your bum up as high off the floor or the block as you can. Head back, booty way up, way up. And class has started, huh? Now I'm going to move this block out of the way so I don't break my bum on the way down. Then we'll counter pose again. I'm a pose, counter pose teacher, knees out wide from being crammed in. And wag your kneelets. Oh, what a nice turnout. It sure is good to see you guys. Wag, wag. Okay, now we can just do a good old fashioned cross. We've done most of the ancillary peripheral work. So we'll just pull back on our bum a little bit, lace our fingers for long extendo spines. Maybe we'll just waddle a little bit because we're a tribe and we're like those blue lizards in Avatar. We're the jellyfish flying around. I want to be a blue lizard. I would love to have my vestigial tail back. And where you're rocking with your tribe. Good. And then we'll do a forward fold together, after which we'll do something completely different. From fingertips, inhale, look long and forward with long lizard spines. Exhale, deepen. I push my head to the floor, kind of all loosened up from golfing today. Plus I'm wearing yellow, wearing bright colors. Trying to change my persona a little bit. Some friends I haven't seen for a while. So good to see you. Missed you. Come up, come up, come up. Get your comeuppance. Now take your paw parts, turn them palm up for alms. Pull them in and lay your palms behind you, thumbs out, little fingers in. Try to touch your little fingers together behind your back, short of dislocating your shoulders. Now let your elbows bend backwards. Drop your chin and shrink back into the scaffolding of your wrists, elbows, and shoulders, caving your chest. You'll feel this if you do it honestly, especially your forearms. Try to touch your elbows together behind your back. Drop your chin. This is the kind of stuff that keeps you really buoyant, very elastic. Exhale. Then be a puff adder and lift up your hiney way up. Now your chest stretches broad across the front of you, head back. And please, ooh, Lordy, golly, that was a good stretch. I should teach stretching for a living. Switch around the cross of your pins. Pull back on your high, how you doings? And forward facing Indian sitting. The more your hands go forward, the more your behind kind of crawls back, you might say. Now let's waddle a little side to side, just kind of wing it like a avatar. We are all avatars. We're wearing a skin suit. It's a simulation. It's a very real simulation. It's as real gets. Fingertips, inhale, look forward. Exhale, deepen. It's like the holodeck on Star Trek, The Next Generation. Run program. What program are you running? Do you like it? Come up, friends. Okay, arms out like zombies. Nothing personal. Palms up. Pull in. Little fingers on the inside. Walk your hands back. Endeavor to bring your little fingers together. That might be pretty strong. Some people can cross their wrists behind their back. Crazy. Now, for reals, elbows bend backwards. Drop your chin. Sink into your knuckles, your hands, wrists, elbows. Elbows touch behind your back. Head is a bowling ball with just a couple more holes. How much weight can you take in your wrist scaffolding at this point? Exhale, strong friends, and elevation sensation. Oh, goodness. I think the older you get, the less likely we are to really enjoy stretching the front of our body, which is why it's so important. And then push your chest up through your armpits. Bum up. And thence they sank down. Good job. Okay, stronger stuff. Don't be scared. Now, I'm going to put a flat block underneath my head as we lie on our back. Now, I don't need it now, but when I bring my right knee in and stretch my left leg out, when I lift up my head, neck, and shoulders, when I bring my right elbow over my right knee, especially if I lift up really tight and savagely bring my left elbow over my right knee, then I do like having the block, oh my God, underneath my head, letting my right hip drop, moving my right knee to the left, sucking my guts out of the way, and just pulling this knee in. Pretend you're doing this pose standing on your left foot. You'd have to be flat on your left foot. You'd have to be tall. Your shoulders couldn't pull up. Squeeze in. Hang on tight, kitty cats. Good. Now lift up your head. Move your right knee back over to the right. I can see you again. Now bring your right elbow inside your right knee like this. Reach down with your right two peace fingers. Grab your right great toe. Now, if you're really stiff, keep your head up and just barely straighten your right leg. Otherwise, big inhale. Exhale, relax your head down, totally straighten out your leg. 1, 2, 3, rebend your right knee, pull it in, head way up, left leg up, working my core, big inhale. Exhale, relax back, seriously straighten your right leg. 1, 2, 3, good job. Lift up your head, bend your right knee. Now, I'm feeding my right leg out to the side. Knee is still bent, head is still up. I'm not extreme yet. In a moment, I will be. Big inhale. Exhale, relax down, straighten your right leg, bring it all the way down to the floor. I bet you can't. This is why we're doing it. And just let it rest out to the side. It's an arresting pose. It's a big stretch. It's Wednesday. You can make it mild if you need mild. You can make it fierce if you need fierce. Lift up your head. Now, take your left hand outside your right foot. See that? See how my head is way up? See how my right knee is way in? Take your right knee leg thing and bring it all the way down over here to the left. Your right shoulder is very likely to lift. I've got a block underneath my left ear. Now I'm going to try to straighten my right leg and I'm going to extend my right arm out. That is a pretty strong stretch. If you went to Berkeley or Oakland and did yoga, or maybe to San Francisco, you would do this pose standing on your left foot, but it's easier to balance on your back. Find what you need tonight, just for today. That's a recovery saying, just for today, find what you need. Finish the exhales all the way. Good, now rebend your right knee for comfort and relaxation. Bring your right knee back in. Lift up your head part. Bring both knees in. Right leg down. Now, you can left elbow over your left knee thing, or really lift up, oh goodness, right elbow way over your left knee. Head relaxes down. So for me, this is as deep as I'm going to bend my knee. And because we're in a twist, your spine is shortened. That's why you really might want that block underneath your head. Hold here for 3 breaths. If we were in a public yoga class, which we will be in a couple of months, a partner would put a strap over the front of your left hip and they would pull it away from you and down, and you'd be screaming with pleasure. Drop your chin. Good. Now, yogis, re-lift up your head. Hi, how you doing? We're strengthening our core, aren't we? Left elbow inside your left knee. Peace with your left 2 peace fingers. Grab your left big toe. Lift up, bendy. Inhale. And the thing that's making us flexible, relax down, straighten. 1. Supta Pada Gustasana. Good. Rebend your left knee. Lift up for relaxation, ease. Everybody can do variations, even if you're using a strap. Inhale. Exhale. Head down. Fierce straighten. 1. Leg shakes. 2, 3. And rebend your knee. Remember on Monday we did the side splits? That was pretty exciting. That's coming back into the realm. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now lift up your head, bend your knee. Piece of cake, not a problem. You can do this. Feed it out to the sharks on the side of your boat. And exhale and head down and straighten. 1, 2, 3. Rebend left knee. Inhale, get soft. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Now just feed the leg out as far as it'll go. If your leg comes all the way down with no spinal distortion, you're my hero. Can you feel the yin, the peaceful part, the patient part? Can you feel the yang, the work, the muscularity to hold this pose? Right hip drops. Good. Now head up, kids. Rebend left knee, right? Right hand grabs outside your left foot. It's a curious position. Left knee sucks in, head way up. Take this leg, swoop it all the way down to the floor on your right. Left shoulder is likely to lift unless you're perfectly flexible. Blocker blanket underneath your right ear for mercy. Left arm up. Left arm out. Now, if you're just in this pose and you're kind of knees bent and arms not coming all the way down, you're getting the work. And if you want it stronger, you inhale with your left knee bent. And you exhale and straighten your left leg. Oh, big twist. 2, 3. Good. And we'll just relax for the last 3 breaths in this relatively strong pose. Ooh, my guts are relaxing in. I had a big root canal yesterday, you guys. It was a big challenge. It was a root canal of a root canal. And because of the prayers of my friends, it went really well. I get to save my tooth. Yay. So all things work together for good for those who love good. One more breath. For a moment, pretend you're balancing on just your right foot in this pose. Wouldn't that be a cool pose? But now rebend your left knee, bring it back in, and bring both knees in. Roll up for a moment to get out of that situation. Wow, class got bigger when we're on the back. Note to self. Now I want to counter pose, and then we'll be on the back again for just a few more moments. Feet flat, hands flat, puff up. Up you go. And on your bum, some. And on your back, jack. 50 ways to leave your lover. Legs out to the side. Swaddle your anklets around, stir peanut butter with your feet. Other way. Where do you want to do yoga again once we do it in public? Do you want to do it back in San Ramon or Danville or Walnut Creek? Send me a message, let me know. Doesn't have to be right now unless you hate this pose. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders. Hey, you guys, look, wider legs, side splits, fingertips on the back of your head. 10 crunches for ripping strong cores. 3, 4, 5, quadriceps are shaking from golfing today. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach forward, grab your legs, bend your knees, and grab both big toes, elbows inside your knees, and then rest on your back and the back of your head, knees on the floor, carriage pose, happy baby, no rocking. Let the groins sink deeply into your groins. Knees are very bent. In a moment, we're going to do Supta Upavishta Konasana. What the hell is that? You lift up your head, knees bend, bum up, exhale, straighten. Maya Kumbhaka, the key to getting more flexible than we've ever been in our whole life. Now I'm going to blatantly rip off a Carolyn pose. Supta Upavishta Konasana, rolling side to side. If your legs aren't all the way straight, that's why we're doing it. If you're suffering, suffer productively. Good, now please to lift up your head and roll up with me. Oop. I'm trying to find the nice blend between effort and relaxation. Clap your feet that I've forgotten more yoga poses than most people have ever known. Good. Now bring your feet in as close to your chest as you can. Closer than that. Grab your big toes. Inhale. And explosions of ecstasy. Ooh, I like seeing myself in yellow. It's a whole new persona, you guys. I wore gray. What does that mean when you wear gray all the time? It means you're a dull, boring person, apparently. All right, now brings them in together like Helga and spine straight up and down. Point your toes. Push your knees together, unlike me. Wah. Now dorsiflex your ankles. Tall spine. Bring knees in. Sets them down. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Now we're going to science experiment. Greg is going to bring his left leg over his right leg. Okay. And he's going to show you that the foot goes underneath again. Are you happy for me? All right. Small pleasures, you guys. Now with your knees and ankles crossed, slide all the way in, which I can't do. Walk your hands in really far, you guys. Then stand up on your right tippy toes, bums up, head back. Knees and ankles crossed. Wow, small victories, you guys. Good, then sink down. Now, I've got a personal question for you. See how we're sitting with our right foot? Can you see your foot out in front? There it is. Now, I know people who can come forward and balance on their right foot and lift their hands. Are you one of those? I'm curious. I will join your Facebook page if you can do that. I could not do that maybe I could do it underwater, maybe. Good, and sink down. Nice. All right, now uncross, wiggle latum. Now, wonder if I can do it on this side. I could if I put avocado oil all over my legs. Haha, that's for the weekend. Right thigh all the way over the left. Can I do it on this side? Ah! Nope. Oh, well, I tried. Now you can. I know you can. I'm jealous. Now slide in as far as you can. Walk your hands in. Now, extra high, good rich blimp bums, left toes. Reach way up with your belt buckle. Knees and ankles are crossed for the super elite. And sink down. Good. And then the science experiment. This is a science experiment. Come in as far as you can. I'm going to come up on my fingertips. I'm going to try to get all my body weight out over my left foot and just balance in this pose. I've known like maybe 2 people in person that could do this. They could just balance, arms up. My teacher, of course. I don't think there's anything that he couldn't do. And this then is sufficient for that. Uncross. Very good. All right. Now, extend your legs out after all that knee bending. Stretch up. All right, knuckles on your head, knuckleheads. Now bend your knees so they're about 3 inches off the floor and waddle forward onto your ischial tuberosities. Toes are in, knees together, and the knees are bent so you can lean more forward. See that? Isn't that cool? Now arms out like an albatross. Bend your knees a little more. Arms out. Now come way forward with your knees bent. Bring your arms underneath your knees. I want you to be really careful on this. Notice how much more you can fold your torso out over your thighs with your knees bent. If you were to suddenly, quickly straighten your legs, you could injure your back. You wouldn't want to do that. But I want you to feel how much we could really fold at our hips if our hamstrings were completely stretched. Now let up some on that grip, okay? Maybe grab underneath your calves instead. Knees are bent. If this feels like too much stress on your back, you could just reach and grab your big toes instead, but the knees are bent, so this should be in your purview. Shoulders pull down your back, head extends forward. Now we are going to go into a Paschimottanasana. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, and exhale. Come down. Be careful. Don't overdo it, but don't underdo it either. Inhale, bend your knees, long spine. Exhale, Baya Kumbhaka. 1. Oh, screaming, you guys. Share the pain. Pull those little baby toes in. Oh, squeaking, squeaking. Wunderbar. Come up. That's German for ausgezeichnet. Okay, now I must admit, class attendance has gone through the ceiling since we started doing down dog again, but you have to do it my way. So I use these big Flintstones blocks, and it's not going to be a big down dog thing. I just like it because it gets us up off of our butt. It gives us some upper body strength. It gets my heels down. And I like to pedal my heels. I like to pedal my wares. And because my hands are high, I can sink my chest more deeper. Take your time. You get some you time now. Now, bring your left foot in a little closer just so it's more excitement for the back of your left leg. Take your right big toe and second toe over your left heel and really push into that left side. Now, keeping your left heel down, bend your left knee. It may not bend very much with your heel down. Inhale. Exhale, fierce. 1, straighten left leg, ouch. 2, oh, you guys, 3. Good, now right foot down next to your lefty, left big and ring toe over your right heel. Push the heel down. Sink into the screaming agony at the back of your right leg. Do I exaggerate? Whenever I can. Now try this. Try bending your right knee, keeping your right heel down. Anybody can bend their right knee by lifting their right heel. Bend your right knee with your heel down. This is inhale. Exhale, straighten it. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now re-widen your feet. Come down to your knees for a sec and just watch. I want to discuss something real quick. I'm going to discuss the strength part of this class. We're already 50 minutes in. You guys are doing great. Watch this next sequence that I'm going to go through, and I'm going to talk about options for you that you might like on Wednesdays since we have such a big turnout. So your options are, we'll all be in a dog. And then for upper body strength, if you want to come forward into plank, you could do that. If you wanted to just try to hold a chaturanga, you could do that. And if you want to throw in a few push-ups with me, and we'll do this a couple of times. So maybe your sequence is like, I ain't doing those push-ups because I'll never come back to this class ever again. You'll just be in dog. You'll go to plank while other people are suffering in push-ups, and then you'll go back to dog. So assume dog asana, please. See all these options I gave you? Who loves you, baby? Besides Telly Savalas, right? So now we're just doing dog. We haven't done any upper body strength except being in dog is to some degree. Good, now we're going to do an option. You could come forward into plank if you want. That would be okay. You could do chaturanga once, or you could do maybe 5 push-ups. And then you would push yourself back into dog and get the weight off the front of your body and shift it back into your legs. If you're built like me, using these big blocks just makes down dog an absolute exquisite, torturesome pleasure. Dig your right heel in and your left heel in. Good, now put your right foot right in the center and take your left leg up for the biggest move of the night, the big splits thing, okay? Now bring your right hand down to the floor, chest toward your right thigh, left arm up, variation, half moon pose, but a big extended version. My left leg should go all the way up to the ceiling. Spine goes crack. Good, now gather up your balance and lift your right hand off of the floor. Whoa. Good, bring both hands down. Bring lefty foot back in for a landing. That's the big pose of the night, you guys. I hope you're okay. Now for one more strength experience, this is totes optional. I explained it. You could come forward into plank or begin avoiding it immediately. Just hold plank. You're cool with that. Maybe a chaturanga, and then maybe 5 push-ups. Maybe 6. Good. Down as doggies. Biggest pose of the night, left foot parks in the center. Right leg goes fully up to the ceiling for full splits. Walking my hands in to bring my right leg up higher. Left hand goes on the floor, and I'm sweeping my right arm up. This is way deeper than a regular half moon because I'm trying to do the side splits. Hold here. Good, now gather up your balance and barely lift your left hand off of the floor. Good, both hands down, both feet down. Paddle your dogs. Guys are doing great. Now, one more optional strength sequence. Continue to do only dog. Come forward into miserable plank. Come down into horrible chimichanga, and maybe 10 push-ups. And final cooling dog, and then I'll get you out of this protocol. Lift your heels, bend your knees, inhale. Exhale. Good, you guys. Now just step your right foot forward, bring your left knee down. Inhale up, we're almost done. Exhale. Get yourself some big blocks. I cannot recommend them enough. Stay in a lunge and just cool your jets. Wednesdays, I'm not going to exhort you to go to the extremes. I just want you to visit, unless you're into this splits thing with me. Inhale and slide out and sink down. And come over your leg. 1, 2, 3, and come on out. Simply left foot forward. You could just park in a lunge and watch TV. You could go back and forth for some cooling movement and rhythm. I want you to decide on Wednesdays whether the strong Monday stuff is for you or whether you just need something of a slightly easier ilk, if you know what I mean. Now, if you want to do the splits, if you're into that thing that I'm doing, just inhale. And the new strategy is just the way you do the splits is you do the splits. Inhale. And come over your leg. And if you're not doing it because you're taking it easy on Wednesdays, I appreciate your input. Come up and out, friendly friends. Celebrating my successful root canal. Yay. Sit with me, please. Thumbs up on the Wednesday options. Exciting for you? Excellent. Thumbs down. I saw a lot of thumbs down. Bummer. All right. Close your eyes. Meditate with me for 18 seconds. We have a finishing twist, and then we'll finish in a restorative yin pose tonight. That was mildly exciting sequence. Cool your breath. Get your happy on. You're with your tribe. We're getting the tribe back together in public pretty soon. Okay, our finishing twist is a very mild, medium, or very strong one. How's that? Do I sound like a politician? So you can sit with your legs crossed. You can bring your left knee slightly over the top of your right knee, slightly, or you could pluck it all the way in and then corkscrew your booty down to the floor. Mild, medium, spicy, right? Right. And then to lengthen your spine, you'd go like this. That's good teaching. Go like this, and then go like this. Oh, who thought of this? Who writes your material, bub? Okay, then your arms go out. And then if you want, right hand, left knee, happy little twist to the left. Right elbow, left knee, slightly deeper. Inhale, suck thy guts in. Whoa. Right elbow. And Greg's getting this right elbow down to the floor, not tonight, but soon. Both elbows down. Relax with me. Laura Ham, who lives in Pleasant Hill down in Mancini Flats, she votes for classes in Pleasant Hill. Yay. Okay. extract slowly out of this strong twist. Look at our waistbands, you guys. Look how awesome we look with our t-shirts all tucked in like we're in West Side Story. How about that? With our cigarettes rolled up. Now unfurl your legs. Good. Now cross your legs the other way, simple as pie. Maybe your right knee kind of goes out on top of your left knee, but you can't do the full corkscrew thing yet. Boy, have you found the right teacher and tribe. Some of you can get wicked right knee on top of your left, and then your booty cheeks come down to the floor. Secretary of Transportation. You mash your feet down, then up you go part. Now I'm decompressing my spine. Get some lube and some hydration in my spinal discs. Left hand, right knee, super easy. Hang a little right for happy Wednesday yin. For a little stronger, elbow on top of knee, stronger lift guts, elbow outside of knee, insanely strong, both elbows together down on the floor without either bum coming up. Pretty soon the Wednesday class is going to have 5,000-6,000 people in it as it sweeps the planet. So just know you're ahead of the game, you're ahead of the curve. This is where the elite meet. So Wednesday is going to have cool options. Shoulders relaxed, chest forward. My root canal worked. I beat my friend Wes in golf today. Life is good, man. Inhale, lift and shift. Ooh, elbows down. This stretches the outside of my right flank, my right bum. Now come up, beauties, would you? 7:03. 2 options for Shavasana. 2 options. I'm going to do the waterfall version. I'm going to stretch my heart spine by having mid and large block. You don't have to have any blocks at all. This one goes underneath my bra strap. And then my pumpkin comes down. I'm going to turn this down one size. And I'm going to extend my legs out. And if you hate this version, then do it with no blocks underneath you, okay? You did good, you guys. If you're impaling yourself on the chest block, you could optionally note all the Wednesday options, extend the arms up over your head. You might not like that so much. And we'll chill for 4 minutes. Deep dive tonight. Deep dive. Good. Now relaxing even more. Maybe I won't see it till next week. Invite the universe into your mind, body, soul, spirit. The more you relax, the more that swells into you. The more you ask, the more you receive. Good. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circulate cosmic feel goods through yourself. If you're flat on your back, bring your knees in, roll right. If you're impaled on a block, just sit up and don't mix the two up, okay? And if you're on your right side, curl yourself back up with your eyes closed, and we'll come up in cosmic connection together. Hand prayer things, Anjali Mudra, Pantanjali Mudra, Heart Mudra. Drop your chin. Find that thing that connects us all together. What is that? Exactly. And all the different branches from the very same tree, all together we say, Namaste. Thank you for coming. I'm going to stay with me. I'm going to end the recording.